All right, let's do the show feedback.
All right, I'm
going to read the first one.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is about, most of it was about either the Halloween stuff or Red Dead, and mostly about Wombat's take on Red Dead. Call Me Steam writes in and says, I get that Wombat did say he was enjoying Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm trying to think if he said one positive thing about it, it was just piling on disdain. I get that you paid for the game and have a right to state your opinion, and your opinion is one of the reasons people listen to the show, but as a listener, it's really unenjoyable to only hear what you hate about every game. And even in your comment here, this is something you posted in the show thread, Breath of the Wild is hot garbage just isn't true. You may not enjoy it, and that's totally fine, but saying that a game is well received as hot garbage isn't fair to fans or devs or the experience the game was trying to achieve, and for many successfully achieved. I'm going to answer this question first, Wombat, and you tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
So Wombat's very emotional. And different factors can decide on how Wombat reacts to any given situation. It's a lot of stuff going on in Wombat's life now. You got politics, things going crazy. So once Wombat gets going on something, it's hard to for him to rein himself back in. So I think that's what happened with Red Dead Redemption, because I know that you like it, but Call Me Steam is right, that you were very vocal about the things that you didn't like, and it seemed to really outweigh the things that you liked.
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I am always under the assumption that people already have heard people praise that game, like, for the last 2 weeks. And there's been so little criticism that needed to be done.
But how many gaming podcasts have you listened to?
I don't listen to any.
I know, so you don't really know.
I just made the assumption.
Right.
Looking at those crazy reviews, and also based on the reaction that I got on Twitter when I have one complaint about the entire game, although it is kind of janky. But other than that,
right.
I mean, you know better than anyone that it could be a little janky. But
I do have fun. There are those janky moments are pretty funny though.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, they are. I had a moment I was playing over the weekend, and I had actually just killed my first crocodile. I think it's crocodile, alligator, doesn't matter.
Probably an alligator, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
it's
alligator.
I would assume you're in North America, right?
Yeah, that's true. There are no crocodiles in North America? I thought there were. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Put it on my horse, and I'm riding, and I came across a guy who was like, I'm sick, I need to be taken to the doctor. And I'm like, all right, fine. And I put the guy in the back of my horse. The yellow line comes up, takes me right to the doctor. I take the guy off the horse. I walk into the doctor's office. The doctor, for whatever reason, isn't there. It's the middle of the day. The door was open. The store was completely empty. And I'm running around holding this guy who's dying.
He's taking a shit.
And then he dies while I'm holding him. And I'm like, okay, well, this is stupid. So I walk out of the pharmacy and I drop him. And I got arrested for murder.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not what was supposed to happen in this situation. And I had to take my alligator skin off my horse to put the guy on my horse. So I'm out of skin. I rode all in the opposite direction of where I planned to go.
See, you're complaining about the game again. He just said, Call Me Steam's whole point was that you only talk about the things that you don't like.
And yet I still keep playing the game.
And was I right? Was I right when I said that you can be emotional and that can affect how you...
Sure, why not?
What's going on? I mean, that's not crazy to say that, right?
No. But okay. It's a great game to look at. It's when you're in it, like, and you're doing stuff, it's a lot of fun.
Right.
It's just, I don't think I think part of it is also when I see something get so heavily praised and I don't know if it's necessarily as justified as it seems to be.
Right.
It's not that it's not great, and it is definitely, graphically an achievement, but
Shipwreck, you haven't played anymore. I know we're still doing the show feedback, but...
It's good. It's a very good game.
Ship, you haven't played it, right?
No, I'm reading about crocodiles.
Are there any in North America, or am I a crazy person? I have no problem being wrong about that, by the way.
No. There are some American crocodiles, but not many. It seems like.
Okay.
So yes, there's some.
It's just not
I don't
likely.
It could be a crocodile. I don't know.
American crocodiles.
Did you check? Yeah. Did you check to see whether its teeth were on the outside of its mouth or on the inside?
Isn't it? I thought it was the snout that you could tell the difference. Is it the rounded snout is an alligator and the more pointy snout is a crocodile? Is that the difference?
Yeah, I think it's also in the teeth, though. I think the crocodile teeth, are on when they close their mouth. You can still see.
The other way
teeth.
to know is you ask them and say, "Excuse me, are you a crocodile or an alligator?" They have to tell you by law.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, I have not played any more Red Dead. It's actually prevented me from playing other games because when I sit down, I think, oh, I should probably play Red Dead. That's the thing that I should be playing, and then I go, maybe I'll just sit here instead.
Right, stare at the wall.
Right.
I'll be honest. I also took like a 3-day break. Like I played a good amount on Saturday and Sunday morning, and then after Sunday morning, I was like, I think I'm just gonna take a break for a while.
Right.
I'll get back to it.
I was thinking about, you talking before about how the reviews were pretty much, a lot of all 9s and 10s, of course. So it got me wondering about how they reviewed a game so big and got everything done in time to write the review. And I wonder how long they had with the game, because the game is so huge. Even if they had 2 weeks, which seems like a long time, still, that's like you're putting in like several hours a day. And I don't know. Like you have to, and then like if you're jamming in a lot of gameplay every day, like something that most regular gamers wouldn't be doing, you have to, as a reviewer, you're trying to, now you have to process it and say, okay, now what if I played this as like a regular player, while they're writing their review? It seems like a difficult task, and it seems like I appreciate their sacrifice because I wouldn't want to have to do that.
No, me neither. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Breath of the Wild is still hot garbage, but Red Dead Redemption 2 is fine.
Oh,
I know. What's funny is it's like, come on, get a sense of humor. No, I don't think Breath of the Wild is hot garbage. That was clearly a joke. I'm sorry you don't understand jokes.
Hyperbole.
I can't make you understand jokes. Don't take
you hated
everything.
that game as well, so it's not really so much a joke,
Right.
I think calling it hot garbage, I think is pretty much implied that I was, just being.
You
a
exaggerating.
jerk. Yeah, being a jerk.
just barely based upon your opinion, I would think. I like Breath of the Wild.
I know you
Yes.
do. Cheapy and I are not such big fans.
I didn't think it was hot garbage.
It never clicked. It never clicked for me the way it clicked for, I don't know, way too many people. I still don't I literally just don't understand the appeal. But
Well, I don't understand the appeal of this game, so that's fine.
true. So I guess we're even.
I guess, but it seems like you hate this game too.
I don't hate this game. It's perfectly gameable.
No, that's not really much. You're saying you liked it, like briefly, in your defense of your people saying you hated it.
I like it a lot. I'm trying to think how many hours I've sunk into the game because I feel like it's been a billion.
Now it's just gameable.
So,
Like on a scale of
hard to
7
say,
to 8,
'cause
where would you rate this game?
I would give it a solid. Oh, let's see. 8.5 out of 10.
No, I mean
Based
on a
on what
scale
I
of
played?
7 to 8.
Oh, on a scale, you should have been more specific. On a scale of 7 to 8, I would give it a 7.2.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. Me neither.
But then again, some people wrote in and they said that they agreed with you in one form or another. Donkin wrote in and said, I agree on video game stories generally being terrible. I love Halo, but I've never cared about the story. It seems very generic sci-fi story-wise, but it's an incredible game. I can't think of a game where I like the story. Maybe Earthbound. I was also 10 when I played it, and I hadn't read many books yet. Books are great if you want a good story. I like that. I laughed out loud when I read that for the first time.
I was thinking,
good call.
I was thinking about this like a little bit more, and the Uncharted games are pretty good story wise.
Yes, especially the last one.
Are they though, or is it more about the game itself? Is
Nope.
No.
It's less about the game.
and
It's
more
less
about
about
the
the
story?
game itself.
Yeah, the game isn't.
Maybe it's a personal preference thing, but I prefer games where the game tells the story and not the story trying to tell the game. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know. I think Uncharted is successful because it does pretty much everything great, and when you combine, well, not some things it does better than others, but when you combine it all together, it's a fantastic package. Like maybe like the gunplay isn't that exciting in Uncharted, but the graphics are amazing and the story is also very good most of the time. So we put that together, you have a fantastic package. I don't know what we're talking about.
Me neither. Packages. Fantastic packages.
Right. I think
where
the
to find
idea
them.
is
I think it's still more the exception than the rule.
yes, like Duncan says, if you want a good story, books are great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I've got the Alan Wake book right here in front of me.
See? And lastly, Grossbard writes in and says, I completely agreed with literally everything Wombat said this episode.
Hooray!
He might have been just trolling everybody in the thread, but I still read your post. So it was a successful troll.
I think so.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.